I'm Daniel McCarthy. I've been programming 20 years and I'm here to teach you the minimum requirements for building your own operating system. So number one, the most important, you need to know assembly language. Now, what is assembly language? Assembly language essentially is the human readable version of machine code. So every processor has what's known as an instruction set. In an instruction set, you have instructions such as add, move, jump, and these instructions are responsible for performing actions within the processor, such as adding two numbers together, moving data from one location to another. Okay, that's what assembly language is. Now, assembly language is very powerful because it allows you to talk directly with hardware, something you can't do very easily in any other language. Okay, and the reason it's so powerful is because you are essentially writing machine code in a human readable way. Okay, it gets passed through an assembler, and the assembler converts it to binary, which your processor can run. And they mimic the machine code perfectly. For example, if you had a jump instruction and you wrote jump 0x 1000, once passed through an assembler, you'll have the actual machine code for that exact human readable instruction you wrote that can be run directly on the processor. So assembly language is number one. It's extremely important. As you're building kernels, of course, you're going to be working with hardware. You have to learn assembly language, okay? I have a resource in the video description that will teach you assembly language, so get that now if you're interested. The next most important technology is the C programming language. The C programming language is the god language for anything kernel related or firmware related. Everybody writes in the C programming language who builds kernels. It's very rare for a kernel not to be written in C. So you need to learn the C programming language. This is essential. C programming language is very special because it allows you to point to anywhere in memory, including memory mapped hardware addresses, okay? And you can overwrite those addresses in memory to actually change the values on the hardware, okay? So C programming language is very important to learn for kernel development. Those are the two minimum requirements. You can find my C programming course in the video description for free. There's no charge. Get it now because that could change in the future. Okay, once you meet those requirements, you're ready to start building a kernel. So where do you start? Well, you start with writing a bootloader. Now, a bootloader is loaded by your firmware, okay, by your BIOS or UEFI firmware. It's loaded into memory and it's executed. Now, I recommend building bootloaders for legacy BIOS because they're easier to start with. So you'll start with a 16-bit assembly bootloader that just writes hello world to the screen by utilizing the BIOS routines, okay? This has to be written in assembly language. This is where you start, okay? Once you're able to create a bootloader that can run without an operating system, then you can start improving your kernel development skills. Where I recommend to go from there is to get to 32-bit protected mode, okay? Once you get to 32-bit protected mode, you will have access to 4 gigabytes of memory, okay? It'll be like the old Windows Vista type of things, the type of hardware they used, okay? So once you're in 32-bit protected mode, you can now learn things like paging. Now, what is paging? Paging allows you to map a virtual address like 0x5000 to a physical RAM address like 0x10000. And then if any program accesses 0x5000, they will immediately be accessing 0x10000 in RAM. It allows you to point addresses to different physical memory, okay? That's the simplest way I can describe paging in this video to you. It's very important in kernel development because paging allows you to decide how a user process sees the real physical memory. You can literally map out the whole memory for the user process in such a way that it cannot even see the kernel code, okay? This is very important. So paging is a huge security mechanism in modern kernel development. Once you're comfortable with 32-bit protected mode, you can go to 64-bit long mode. This is where most operating systems of today live in 2026. They have access to way more than 4 gigabytes of memory. 64-bit address space allows for massive amounts of memory to be used. Now, unlike protected mode, paging is mandatory in 64-bit long mode. So you will have to know paging to get to 64-bit long mode. Okay, it's mandatory, unlike in protected mode. Now from here, you can try to learn things like how to build graphical user interfaces, how to build user processes. You can learn the programmable interrupt controller, although I recommend learning that in protected mode, if I'm being honest. So what is the programmable interrupt controller? For example, if someone clicks a key on the keyboard, it creates an interrupt, which is called an interrupt handler. You need to use the programmable interrupt controller to make that work correctly, okay? There's also timer interrupts, which tick every so often and call a routine in your kernel. Now, these timer interrupts are really awesome because they allow you a brief moment of time to switch the process. So if a process is running, the timer interrupt clicks, you get thrown back into the kernel, okay? And then the kernel can switch the process and jump to that task, okay? So it's very, very awesome, that is. That's how you can get multitasking, essentially, guys, the illusion of multitasking, okay? When you're comfortable with that and you've got a full GUI system, it's able to use keyboard interrupts, mouse interrupts, timer interrupts, you're able to read from the disk, maybe write to the disk. Then you're ready to start implementing multi-cores, okay? And utilizing multi-cores in your processes, okay? And then maybe networking, and you can build from there, okay? So that concludes my video. You can find all the resources on how to do all of this, guys, in the video description. I have a video course series that's 69 hours long that will literally teach you how to build a kernel completely from scratch. 16-bit mode, 32-bit mode, and 64-bit mode, okay? We don't cover the multi-core stuff in that series, okay? But there is a lot of stuff covered, including graphic user interfaces. So if you're interested in all of that, guys, check the video description. I've got all the resources, my C programming course, which is free, my assembly course, which is reduced in price, and the full bundle of 69 hours of video kernel development content. So if you're a university student and you want a good dissertation project, this could be it for you. Check the video description, and thanks for watching. And that is the minimum requirements for building an operating system.